5 movies left, and then we move on to another wheel. Actually, I don't think we're going to do a wheel. I think we're going to do something else. I do still have to talk about the best movie of all time, which I've barely even started the script for that, so that's going to be a while. But it is coming. I do need like several more rewatches of that. So if you actually, I've said it a few times, but if you really want to know, go over to Letterboxd and find me. I'm on Letterboxd, and I have a lot on there. So let's just spin the wheel. I don't even want to look at it. I'm gonna guess Back to the Future 2. Across the Spider, my favorite animated movie of all time, and we just now got to it. That's crazy. I have the 4K copy. I'm going to rewatch it real quick. I know this is kind of an unpopular opinion, but I still think that this movie is better than Into the Spider-Verse, which Into the Spider-Verse is an incredible movie, but it's not part of my favorites list. I still think every animated movie that is featured here is just a little bit better. Even Kung Fu Panda 3, which I thought was surprising, but revisiting both of those just made me think, like, yeah, Spider-Verse is still phenomenal. Kung Fu Panda 3 isn't that far ahead of it. But, yeah. Fun fact, I actually own both of these on 4K, and this and Frozen 2, so these two and Frozen 2 are the only movies I have on 4K HD. I just find that funny, and the only way I can access it is through the PS5, so that's fun. Dude, does the Xbox One support it? I don't know. I should probably look that up, but I haven't. Starting off, oh my gosh, this is the most fun I've ever had in the theater. I can talk ages about the most fun I've ever had. This movie is it. This is it. I saw this with Noah, like, a few weeks after it came out, and I don't know if, I was, the movie starts off with, just, over 30 minutes of just, the beginning setup of the movie, and that's so much fun to see. And then, we've got, and then, as soon as they start multiverse jumping, we get into Mumbattan. Oh my gosh, that is what I most remember from the movie, because I remember thinking, oh my gosh, this movie is so much fun. I could not leave my seat. I was so intrigued about what was going on that big screen. And then when I finally got it on 4K HD, because of course I had to, it's Across the Spiderverse, man. Oh my gosh, it's so good. This movie is the longest American animated film at 2 hours and 20 minutes. It did not feel that long. It felt actually pretty short compared to something I feel like I said in the Avengers Endgame review, it doesn't feel that long because I'm so intrigued of what's happening on screen. Spider-Man No Way Home is kind of the opposite. Even though it is my favorite Marvel movie and my 5th favorite movie of all time, it's still this part kind of is slow in the pacing department. They could use some help there. So, but this movie doesn't really have that, except in the real second part. I never found Miguel that intriguing of an antagonist. But thankfully, the Spot is one of the best Spider-Man villains ever. Maybe I should do a ranking of every movie Spider-Man villain. That would be, that is pretty good. I should probably write that down somewhere. But yeah, the Spot is amazing. You just know that by now. So I enjoyed the movie. It was incredible on rewatch. It still is. The music is amazing. It's also really funny. I rewatched it with my cousins a few months ago, and they never really laugh at anything if it doesn't have. I'm not gonna say that out loud, but their humor is subjective. It has to be edgy humor. So when they started laughing at Spider-Punk, I was like, yeah, they found this is a really funny movie. So like I said, the pacing's okay. It's not the greatest considering it's really long, but it's still really good. And it just looks amazing. Just looking at this. This is amazing. Even the disc, when I was just looking at the disc for no reason. Why do the discs look amazing? This is the best looking animated movie I've ever seen. It is incredible how they were able to pull that off. I still don't know how they did that. They had to make so much animation because Spider-Punk had to be animated different. Everyone had to be animated different. And the Spider Society looks amazing. I didn't know I needed Donald Glover as the Prowler. I didn't know I needed Insomniac Spider-Man in the movie. That was amazing to see. So all of this is it's really cool to see them on screen. Like, I really don't have a lot of problems with them. Like, with all these movies that are on this list, I only have a few problems with. And there's, like, so far the problems is the pacing was okay. Miguel is an okay protagonist, even though I've seen worse out of this franchise, you know? So, but my last complaint, Peter B. Parker was one of the most fun characters in the first movie. He got like 2 scenes in this one, which makes that's just sad, you know? You don't, that just kind of sucks. Because the joke here is that he's committing child endangerment, which, I mean, is actually kind of funny. I'm not going to lie about that, but it's just... I just moved my dog. So, yes, the movie is very funny. I wish Peter B. had more time, but the stuff with Miles and Gwen is really freaking strong. Like, that's amazing what they've been able to do with that. So that, yeah, all this movie is really good, but the ending... That ending pisses me off. You know it does. That's ridiculous. You know? Like, to be continued. You did away with the part 1 of the movie just so you could do this again. Come on. And then, you know, the worst part about all this is that the sequel was supposed to come out 3 months ago. I don't even know when it comes out yet because they had to delay it. That's the worst part about all this. But looking at this movie as a whole, yeah, it's amazing. You have to go watch it right now. Even if you've already seen it, go rewatch it right now. It's amazing. You know what it is. Across the Spiderverse, baby. The best animated movie ever, in my opinion. You may have your opinions, but this is it right here. This is Jack, signing off for now.